Hello everyone, welcome to IMPRINT IAS and I'm Varun Kular and we are continuing with our Pandora Box series and we're looking at various objective type questions which have come in UPSC examination in different examinations, maybe the CAPF, maybe the prelims, etc., right? Okay, so let's start. So the first question is we're starting today with a series on Indian culture, right? So out of the Pandora box, we've got Indian culture. So the first question was situated on the serene surroundings on the bank of river Mahanadi. So in case, if a question like this comes, the first thing has to come is where is river Mahanadi? And the answer is obviously Odisha. This temple is one of the wonders of the medieval period. Now, that's interesting that this temple is a wonder of the medieval period and draws attention of several devotees, tourists, researchers from around the world. The temple does not stand upright and is tilted towards one side. So it's something like Leaning Tower of Pisa. So it's like maybe something like this. So, right? Okay. So the question is another attraction of the temple is the kudu fish for which special offerings are made. So if you go to this temple, you can actually give offerings to the kudu fish. You can give prasad to them, and they'll eat it. Okay, and it's supposed to be auspicious for you if they do. Okay, the answers is Mukteshwara temple, Homa temple, Katak Chandi temple, and the Lingaraj temple. Okay, right. In case any of you know the answer, please comment. Right, I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, in case you don't, let's look at the answer. So answer is the Leaning Temple of Humor. Now it's not looking that leaning, but it is. And if you go there, definitely you'll find. And these are the kodo fish, right? In case you haven't seen them. And the answer is the Leaning Temple of Humor. And this is important because you might not have heard of such a temple, right? India. It's a Leaning Tower of Pisa in some case for India, right? So let's start the next question. Uh, Question number two. Women are mainly engaged on the creation of these paintings. So this is the question on Indian paintings. These paintings do not depict any mythological characters or image of deities, but depict social life. Okay, and images of people, human beings, animals are made with daily life scenes and a loose rhythmic pattern. Paintings on white paintings painted white on mud walls. They're pretty close to the prehistoric cave paintings in their execution, and usually depict scenes of human figures engaged in hunting, dancing, sowing, and harvest. And stylistically, they can be recognized by the fact that they are painted on a austere mud base using one color, that is white, and occasionally dots in red and yellow. This color is obtained by grounding rice into white powder. The paragraph right given above characterizes which of the following folk and art forms of India. And they've given you four choices: the Tanjore art, the Madhubani painting, the Valli folk painting, and the Patachitra. Now, if you even if you don't know the answer, if you've seen a Tanjore painting, it's basically famous for its gold work. So definitely Tanjore can't be the answer. That's the first. Madhubani painting, yes, women are engaged in it. Okay, it is about normal day scenes, but it's a lot more colorful. If you ever seen a Madhubani painting, right, it's a lot more colorful. Then Wali folk art, and if you see the background, I've actually put a Wali folk, and therefore, I think you can guess this is the answer, right? But Chitra again, more than one color is definitely used in that, right? So answer is Wali painting. Let's go for the next question. But before that, in case you want to know about Mali painting, you can note down these notes, right? Pause the video here, and you can actually basically you should know that it's simple in comparison to the vibrant paintings of the Madhubani. It's in obviously Maharashtra, and Wali tribesmen have shunned all influence of modern day urbanization, and there's no records of this origin, and it may be traced to the 10th century AD, right? And it's a vivid expression of the daily social lives of the Wali tribesmen, and is used by them to embellish the walls of village houses. Now, the next question. Now, this is a question on maybe industries, but obviously we're looking at culture. So it's a traditional center for cotton, and a question like these possibly are going to come next year, I feel. The town accounts for the bulk of India's cotton knitwear exports to all over the world. Noel River runs across the town and typically divides into two halves, right? Whether it's Guntur, obviously, in case if you know where the river Noel is, let's say this is Tamil Nadu, it's something like this, right? So it's inside Tamil Nadu. So obviously, this cannot be the answer, and Odisha can't be the answer. So it has to be between B and C. Whenever you have a question, a choice like that, I think you should risk it. Okay, and if you have you studied geography a bit and you've gone for traditional sector, Tirupur is the answer in case. But even if let's say it's between B and C, I will say always tell you to risk it. 50%, positive, right? I will say it makes sense to take it. Right. Let's go for the next question. Um, then we have a question which also has been repeated by the UPSC. Agnimitra, the hero of the Kalidas play Malvika Agnimitra belong to the Sangha dynasty, the Kanava, the Satvana, or the Gupta. Now, here for sure, he's not from the Gupta, right? And he's not from the Satvana. That I think you should. Because in case you have heard about him, he's the son of Pushyamitra Sunga. And therefore, he's from the Sunga dynasty, right? And Malvika Agnimitram tells us the love story of Agnimitra, the Sunga Empire of Vidisha, with his beautiful maiden of his chief queen. And he falls in love with the picture of the exiled servant named Malvika. And then he resorts to, obviously, help of his gesture to play a game of subterfuge, mainly to look at the new girl. When the queen discovers, she's very, very angry, but in time, he's discovered of royal birth and is accepted as one of his queens. And that's the story. And if you want, I advise you, you can actually order Malvika from Flipkart or Amazon and read this uh, play, right? Then, then we have objective type questions on Indian culture, and we're looking at the next question. This is on Ajanta caves. Now, Ajanta caves, as you know, are actually from Buddhism. So, obviously, statement number one, the Ajanta caves have been painting scenes from Jainism is wrong. So, that actually takes away A and B, right? Now, the crowning achievements of obviously is the Kailashnath, that's true. And you will expect an objective question on Ellora caves and the Kailashnath temple. And obviously, it was built over the series of 8 centuries. This is also true. The answer is 3 only. Now, here actually you only need to find out whether 3 is correct. You don't even need to read what is in the objective type question 2, whether the statement 2 that is. Okay, let's look at the next question. Sarhul is a festival celebrated during spring by the Santals and also by the other tribes in Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand. So, right? So Santals definitely do this. Okay, and it's celebrated with a lot of pomp and show. This is something I think you should definitely go. Tribal festivals is something that I think you should prepare thoroughly, right? And this is very, very important. Then, obviously, as I said, Kailashnath temple is something very, very important. So, question number 7: India is a land of many beautiful ancient temples. Which of the following temples displays the most extensive and sumptuous rock-cut shrines and is the most marvelous architectural freak in India? Now, Ratha temple in Mamlapuram is not the most extensive. It's not that great, right? In case you have seen it, it's not that big. So this is not the answer. Obviously, Kailashnath has to be the answer. It seems to be the answer. Kailash temple at Ranchi, no, it's not, right? And obviously, Chaturbanga Khajuraho, definitely not. Again, it's not a rock cut shrine, so it's only can be B as answer, right? Let's go for the next one. Now, I think I've given the answer in the background itself. That is Panini, who was the author of Ashtadhyayi, and it is a famous person, Panini. So B is the answer, right? Patanjali, I guess, gave Ghost Yoga, Kalidas is Malvika Agnimitram, right? And other famous, I would say, is author of a lot of famous plays. Bharat also wrote Bharshachitramanas, right? Harsha's story, so that's again there. Amar Sima is a famous lexicographer of India, right? And he's famous for his Amar, right? Amar Ghosh. Obviously, so answer is A here, right? Amar Ghosha, you actually can confuse here whether he's the Rajput king or Chalukya. So this is actually the main confusion. Amar Ghosha was the Chalukya king. So Amar Sima, Amar Ghosha, you might get confused. So that is why these two choices have been given. Poet mentioned by Kautilya and Arthashastra, it's a long shot, a dance form, obviously not. Let's look at the final question because we're looking at only 10 questions in the series. Toklapiyam is a name of a stepfall in no, definitely not. It's a grammar book of Tamil. Yes, that's true. A collection of bhakti poems, no. And obviously, it's not a collection of Kannada poems. Right. So that was it from us. If you have any questions, do may email us at imprintKnowledgeSolutions@gmail.com. If you have any doubts, questions about the topics that we covered, right? Any questions you have, please do email us, or you can comment and we'll answer, right? Thank you so much.